You know, this word grateful, right? When it comes to this word grateful, what do you think of, right? For me, I believe grateful is for being alive, right? That's what grateful being, right? But so many people. It's not that I said that aren't grateful. It's because they have lots of pain in their life, and they can't see any things to be grateful for because they have a lot of tragedy in their life that derail them from what they actually want in life. Or another, they have so much gunk and garbage and negative, dark uh, thoughts that are not making them happy. And it sometimes causes stress. And it sometimes doesn't allow to attract the life that we want. And to truly do that, we have to clean all the gutter and wash it because we've been brainwashed to watching a lot of negative news on TV, and it surrounds you in your everyday life, and it's really hard to rub it off. So we need to get some soap and shampoo and all those things to wash our brain because we've been programmed to think like society thinks, and it's negative and it doesn't inspire you to do anything great in life. And that's why I'm making this video for those who uh, are in pain and are trying to search for a better life. A better life could be anything that we can think of, right? But to be able to wash and brainwash our brain, it is to get all the negative information that we have in our mind. And sometimes these negative emotion comes up. And most people say you can't be angry. You can be angry, but you have to let it flow. And most people, when it comes to that, you can. But it's not about anger. Also, it's about forgiveness for what the person does or do, right? But it's also, I believe that being grateful means it's also during the struggle, during the hard time, during the chaos and pain. Why? Because out of those chaos and pain and tragedy that you have, you will learn something. And I'm also people say, yeah, okay, how can I learn something? You can if you choose to look it at another angle. And your perspective is how you see it, and you see it one way, but another. You ask for another person about it from a different angle because they see something different. And as for me, I see something different. I'm grateful for the things that I didn't get yet because it teach me patience. It teach me that I have to be more creative. It teach me that I had to grow more out of myself. That the thing I remember, it's so powerful, guys. That Tony Robbins is still in my head. That not getting what you want, you can open up a new level of that you can give the gift to others. So I can give the gift to you, and by not getting what I want, I have to be patient. I have to be persist and pursue what I needed to do for the people and for me. And I need to do it. Too many people get upset. People are not patient enough. It helped me to be patient. When I don't get what I want, I'm patient. It's like the law of attraction. Why is it not working? I remember I saw this video about the law, uh, video on a guy talking about the law of attraction. I disagree with what he said. He's like, he was reading Ronna Byrne book, and it was not The Secret. It's probably another book. I can't remember. It's The Hero or something. Another book, and he said it's not working. It's about gratitude or something, and it's not working. The only reason why it's not working because you're not working. We want things. That's why most people come in a law of attraction because they lure them that it's easy, right? Anything great in life, it takes patience. For me, when I want to interview authors, really want it now, but I have to be patient. I have to cultivate patience. Also, if I don't get what I want, I still have to be grateful for that lesson, even though it. I don't. I don't get mad, but I use it like, okay, I'm not getting what I want this time, so I have to be more patient, and it will come to me. It's going to come, and I have to think it as a mindset of we have to retrain our mindset because our mindset it matters when it becomes when we want things to happen, right? And as we change our mindset, as we change, like for instance, most people are ungrateful, right? That their uh, our life is not the way they want it to. Okay, but most people will. It's funny that most people have it good, right? But they still complain anyway, right? I still don't get. I still don't. I can't phantom the thing that people say on Facebook sometimes. People just put poison and toxicity in Facebook posts. Why would you do that? I don't want to see that. Because once you see a person post negativity, it causes you to feel affect. Sure, you said it causes you to effectively change your emotion state. It's your state, and it causes you to act that way, and it causes you to see what you don't want to see. But people are so negative; they put poison, toxicity in Facebook posts. But yet they don't understand that if they live in America or anywhere else, we for the first time uh, in history, we have the ability to communicate with each other. We have the ability to communicate anywhere in the world. And what are we doing with these technologies? And most people take it granted for the technology that we have. We can call up anybody to talk to, but we're so ungrateful. And the thing is, and also the funny thing is, most people are negative, right? Now, some people want negative people in their life. I don't know why. They're not really influential, right? They're they are influential, but it's causing you to get a life that you do not want. And sometimes these friends are negative. Most people want to keep them. I don't. I want to kick them out. If I'm trying to reach a, a phase or reach a higher level of consciousness and awareness and success, I must let them go. Right? Now, I'm not talking bad about them, but if they want a better life, then they better change their thoughts pattern and how they think things. Now, when I come to think about being grateful in life, I'm actually grateful being alive. I'm grateful for the author that I interview and not interview. I mean, not yeah, because they teach me a lesson that to be humble, to persist, to pursue a life that I truly want, and is to inspire, to live, to be able to pursue the thing that make me happy in life. To be able to connect with like-minded people, to be able to pursue my soul, my soul that calls upon this earth. Now, most people say, would be being grateful is enough. Well, yes, and being grateful help you increase your vibration rate to attract what you want. Because if you're ungrateful and if you have all the negative clutter in your mind, you won't attract what you want. Because in order to attract what you want, you actually have to clean all that thought um, that we have in our mind, and we have to clean it. And we have to let go of all those negative thoughts and clear way to beam our positive vibration to attract what we want. But also, you have to do the work because I can't. I can give you advice or a formula or knowledge, right? But ultimately, if you really want to create the attraction factor, you have to be putting out the positive energy, positive vibration out into the universe. But first, you have to do the work, clean all the gunk, and heal your heart from damage that people have put on you. And second, no, I say no because when it comes to understanding these fundamental things, I think that we sometimes forget that we're human. We make mistakes, and that sometimes people in the spiritual community, it's because I'm here to solve people's problems, so I might as well say it, that people use the word ego of using that because of it's okay to aim high and be humble. And I said this in my other video. It's okay. Now most people would disagree. If you let your ego get in your way to achieving your dream, that's ego. You let the ego take control, and that is your fear, and it keeps you safe, and it keeps you in. I think ego is more like bondage, right? That's what I think, because I think too many people use the word ego because it held them back. They don't take certain risk to be successful or whatever they mean success to them. But ultimately, being grateful, it's not enough. Most people will say it is, but there are certain level, right? Let me explain. Most people would not understand that all these authors that we listen to, and they have skill set that you don't have. That means you have to build that skill set, right? Let me explain. Think if I say Brian Tracy, Bob Prophet, yes, they have assistants too, but they start out, they learn skill set that they didn't have in that their repertoire, right? And they build that skills. They build that skill persistently, consistently, and they obtain that skill, and they have perfected that skill. What skill am I talking about? Well, if you want to track the thing that you want in life, you have to understand human behavior, human psychology. Now, most people to the degree they don't want to do that. That's okay. You can learn through a video. And you have to understand how people behave and how people perceive it. It's not always easy for me. I do make mistakes now. Now, in every endeavor that we take, we can choose to come from a comfortable space, or we can get uncomfortable developing the skills and knowledge that to be able to take you where you want to go. Now, most people want an instant like attraction, right? I know that's why it's popular on YouTube, search engines or search or whatever. People do that. That's okay. But the thing is, if you want to attract the life that you want, you better focus and work diligently on yourself developing, because they have mental skills, because the skills is also mental, working to adjust your behavior, the way you present yourself, the way you speak. Now, for me, I don't I don't do what society wants for me. I do what I want for me, because I can't be someone else. But what I can do is be myself. And I think that most people get it wrong, that when it comes to developing our awareness, sometimes we try to fabricate. We try to lie to ourselves, be this person or to be this way because of this person don't approve. We don't want their approval. We want our approval, right? Because we must learn to self-love ourselves. We must learn to be able to. Because think about it. Most people come in the law of attraction, they have no awareness or no knowledge or skill. It's not always easy, because when it comes to relationship, the individual thought patterns are different from yours, and their interests and like are very different from yours, and you have to adapt and make them happy, right? Because that's that you love them, and then you want to make them happy and want to keep them. But we didn't develop the right skill for that. So learn relationship skills, right? Learn type of how to um, learn to love, how to appreciate your mate more, how to cherish your mate more, right? Isn't that all we want? I'm probably gonna do a book review on this, right? It's a very great book, and I have an interviewer on this channel. So, but I'm gonna read you what it will change your mind. It did me. This is the chapter for the eye rollers, the sniggers, the folks who think gratitude is sweet and all, but there are rainforests to be saved, starving children to feed. I would like to suggest that there is nothing more important you could ever do for yourself, your family, your friends, your planet, and yes, even for starving children, than to tune into the frequency of gratitude and joy. The world right now is crying out for a team of radio towers who are beaming into the cosmic energy of infinite possibility. It needs a force of human frequency who believe in the invisible power of light and love. At every moment, whether you know it or not, you are contributing to the collective consciousness. Your thoughts, your energy field, your frequencies putting out an electromagnetic charge that either adds to the old story, the story of lack and limitation, or beings in the new story. The old story, the story of separation, tells us our thoughts, our belief, our energy field don't really matter. Not in the vast universe of ours. It tells us that force and control and taking action is the way to bring about change. Just so you know, grappling holes are being pushed in this enormous assumption. In August 2015, the scientific journal Nature published a stock-knocking study proving that things over here say our thoughts influence things over there. It's one of the quantum theory fundamental claims that objects separated by a great distance instantaneously affect each other's behavior. That's the non-locality thing. The fact that two intertangled electron in diamond crystals separated by nearly mild change spin simultaneous was kind of a big blow to old school physics. Although these types of local experiments have been going on since the 70s. I wrote about the theorem, a cornerstone of quantum mechanics in E-square. This experience at a definite University of Technology was embezzled across the New York Times and media outlets across the world because the physicists who conduct the experiment wrote out all hidden variables and calculate prove that we all entangle. What a physicist might say and connect what a guru might say. In other words, our consciousness has butt-kicking power. I'm big. No, I like him. I'm big because I'm connected to the universe, and the universe is connected to me. Neil deGrasse Tyson, astrophysicist. In the new story, the quantum theory, where everything is connected, we recognize that each of us is an integral, grow part of the cosmic energy field, where we shine our spotlight, literally make ripples. What we animate with our attention affects not just our personal experience, but the experience of the whole universe. Every act, thought, belief has cosmic significance. According to uh, Berg, Heisenberg, the German physicist, not the TV character in New York. I mean, New Mexico. We affect and change everything we observe. We call it disturbing the observed. This disturb to a physicist means to change or modify the molecule, the atoms, the energy that makes us a physical thing. Everything I observe, everything I do affects everything else. Princeton's physics professor John Wheeler famously said, "Sorry, folks, but it's no longer valid to see ourselves as mere onlookers. We call it one of the deep, happiest mysteries that's at all times we interact with and influence the world we observe. This is what we do every day, all day, every day. We look out at the world with our biases and belief and opinions and disturb the world. When we observe the world from a resonant field of gratitude, we will use our attention to spot beauty, To gaze as wonder, we emit a frequency of love, of magic, of miracles. This joyful oscillation is the most powerful frequency on the planet and has the capability of radically uplifting the world. All of us wildly underestimate the impact we have on each other. We discount the tremendous effect even the smallest act on all of humanity. Anytime I love myself more, I send out love out into bigger whole. Any time I forgive who allegedly wronged me, I help heal the planet. The small, invisible thing that many don't validate or think of in point great healing power. Grabbing the shopping bags of the 82-year-old window may never go viral on Facebook, but on some level it's going out, making waves in the invisible energy field that forms the blueprint for the material world. Everything I do affects everything else. Any act of love, even a small one like making goofy faces, baby, radios a certain frequency out across the universe. Every thought, every action emits invisible subterranean threads. How cool is that? By believing in oneness, by choosing to add energy to resonant field of gratitude and joy, you can fundamentally change the world. Getting happy, we know now, is good for the planet. You don't have to march for peace, although you may want to, or fast for 3 weeks. You can enlarge the conversation by taking your focus off the negative and noticing all the things that's going right and taking a stand for what's good midst of humanity. All of us have two main frequencies. The first, driven by the amygdala, kicks in when we watch a disturbing news story. That is where your fear, comes up. News stories send out a frequency of wow, it's dog eating dog world out there. I better protect myself, better shut down. The other frequency, the one that knows reality, is never frightened. Radio out love and trust in our fellow humans. By leaving oneness and joy, we can together literally rewire the energy field of the planet. A study by James Fuller of the University of California, San Diego, and Nicholas, I can't even pronounce the name, Christakis of Harvard showed that just observing generosity spur acts of good. So one person fitting according to a expired parking meter can create a domino effect, inspiring dozens and hundreds of people to be generous. The study, by funded by the National Institute on Aging, proved that just watching someone prove a good deed, say a homeless guy returning expensive bracelets or a waitress buying a lunch for a table of served men, inspired people to pay for it forward. They found it can go on for 3 degrees. In other words, your action inspires many actions that inspire someone else's action. But I say in underestimate. Guy in Canada, and Ken told me about the time he drove up to the window of Tim Horton, Winfield, British Columbia, only to be informed that his coffee has been taken care of by a person in front of him. Inspired, he decided to pay it forward to the next card in line. Later, he was talking to his neighbor who worked there, who told him the paying it forward went on for a full and half an hour, full and 4.5 hours on unbridled generosity. This is no small act. One act of generosity, one germ of love or hope or optimism can multiply and become a huge force for love. Oh, that's pretty much it. And also, when you want something in your life, and you're grateful, and the event, let's say you do everything right in your life, you're grateful for what you have in your life, and you radiate out joy and love, and you want something to attract in your life, and it doesn't happen, then you blame things. So what can you do? Well, it's a mindset. It's how you see things. For instance, if I don't get the interview I want, I have to be able to no, I have to be, if I want this to happen, then I must persist. I must have, I'm grateful for the lesson that I have, so I can now pursue the greater me, to pursue something greater, to see something that's like awesome, and to be able to say, yeah, I'm still going after it because that's my energy, my focus, and I give it attention to, which I will attract into my life. And I believe that. And you have to believe that there's good in people and they're good to give it all your best. And when people give you nasty, it was funny. I remember there's this lady, right? She half misunderstood me, right? It was on the bus. And let me give you a story. It was a funny story. Well, not funny. Funny when I look back at it, but it wasn't funny when I was actually there. So I was in the bus, and mind you, I know the law of attraction, but for some odd reason, every time I feel good and do good things in the world, there's negative back, right? And I get it from the bus driver. I get it from people that I sit next to, right? I remember this lady, and I said I thought that she was getting off the bus, right? But she misunderstood that she thought I was gonna ask her out. I was like, she think like you want to. I asked her, it's like you. I guess you can interpret you want to go out, but I said you want to go out, meaning you want to go out on out, your bus stop. But then what happened was she looked at me and she thought that's what I was saying, going out as I want to date with you. Okay, so what happened is she flicked me off. No, she didn't flick me off. What she did was she said "f you," the actual f word, like I don't want to say it, and she used it. I was like, whoa, I didn't mean that. Oh, this is a whole nother like understanding, woman. Like, and then what happened? It made me feel awkward, right? And everybody was looking at me on the bus. I was like, whoa, that's not what I mean, woman. So even if you know the law of attraction still happen, right? Negative things still happen. But that's it for today. And I hope that you enjoy the video that I did today for gratitude and for those who are enthusiastic about the law of attraction. And subscribe to my channel, like my video, because it's good. And I give you good tips. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Okay, guys, today I will be interviewing Pam Bross. She is the author of 19 books, and her new book that just came out, Art and Soul Reload. Congrats. She has done 2 screenplays, a live soap opera, a television series, and enough magazine article, which she haven't starved in 20 years without a 9-to-5. In making a living, she have write books and article for people for just place as People Magazine, Men Journal, and CNN Travel. In making a living, she have traveled around the world continent, learned 59 ways to make a fort out of a cushion. And sorry about that. A cushion. That's okay. A cushion. And she had perfected a mean tennis forehand, and she volunteered at a women's prison and a free house clinic. Her recent book, E-Square, Not to Do It Yourself, energy experiment that proves your thoughts create your reality, was on the New York Times bestseller list for 20 weeks and has been translated into 30 languages. Hi, Pam. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
I would like to ask, why did you write a book on gratitude, and why is it so important?
Well, I think gratitude is positive energy. When we start saying thank you and realizing how blessed our lives are, everything starts going better. I think a lot of people tend to look at life and think about what problems are happening. They worry about all these issues. So when you start realizing that there's so much to be grateful for, I mean, we live on this big giant planet in the solar system and one of millions of solar systems. And I think we forget to really realize how important, how many mysterious, magical, wonderful things are happening all the time.
Oh, yes. All the time. You're saying that magical, what was it? Not magical, miracle can happen all the time. That's what you're saying?
Exactly. I think they are happening all the time, but oftentimes we don't see them because we're on a different frequency. We're not in a grateful frequency. We're, moaning and groaning about everything. And so we tend to animate into our lives whatever we put our attention upon. So I think, when you're putting your attention about how everything's wrong, everything's not working out, then you're going to end up getting more things to complain about. But when you start getting on this frequency of joy and gratitude and realizing how awesome the world is, then your life really starts turning around.
Yeah, like this interview. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
How can we use, can you tell us about what is frequency and how can we use it to attract a situation and turn into that we want and turn into reality?
Well, frequency, a frequency is like we're talking to each other on some frequency that I don't even really understand. But as human beings, we are made up of energy and we're always putting out a frequency. So just like you cannot tune into a particular radio station if you have your dial on a different radio station. You can't watch a particular show on television if you're, tuned into a different television station. So that's kind of how the universe works. It's a big, giant quantum field, and we tune into whichever frequency, whichever station that we decide to put our attention upon. So if I don't know what your stations are, I'm not sure what country you're in, but like here we have ABC and CBS. So if you're tuned into CBS, you cannot watch ABC. And that's how it works with frequency. With people, we're energetic beings and we're always putting out a frequency. We're putting out our thoughts and our beliefs. So it's like putting out magnetic energy with our thoughts and beliefs. And then we attract back like a mirror of whatever we're thinking about, whatever we're putting out there in our frequency.
Okay, good. You're saying that we can like change our frequency. Is that correct?
If we start becoming more grateful and looking at life as if we're blessed, if we start seeing that we live a blessed life and that anything that's happening is an opportunity for us to grow, to become the best person that we can become. So if you look at everything as a blessing and look at everything as a beautiful opportunity, then your life starts really changing for the better as you start becoming more grateful.
Okay. Oh, that's very beautiful of way looking at things. And over the years, I have seen a lot of pain and a lot of struggle with people who know about the law of attraction. And what is causing them to struggle to be able to attract and to manifest, like you said in your book, effortlessly? And what can they do to use the law of attraction effectively?
Well, the best thing, again, is to really start focusing on things you're grateful for. You can always find things to be grateful for. For example, the sun came up this morning. I mean, if that's the only thing you can be grateful for, that's a start, to start out that, you have this 24 hours in this day to make something of your life, to enjoy your life. We have all these opportunities, and most people just squander their opportunities to really embrace life and to love life. So it's important to really focus on the things that are going right. But most of us tend to focus on things that are going wrong. And as far as with the law of attraction, it's really important. I did a little blog post yesterday, and I talked about the old gratitude 1-2. First thing to say thank you that there are so many different options out there, and that whatever reality we're stuck with now, that's one of a gazillion realities that are possible. So first you have to give thanks to realize that whatever situation you're in, whatever it is you're wanting to manifest, that and whatever you are now, that's one of so many different possibilities. And so first you say thanks that there are many, 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 infinite. We can't even get our minds around the number of possibilities that are out there. So once you get grateful for that whatever's happening now is one possibility out of infinity. And then secondly, then you become grateful, you ask for what you want. And when you do it, when you come from a place of gratitude and a frequency of knowing that you're blessed, then the universe can get through to you. Because as soon as you make an intention, like with the law of attraction, you've created it, but it can't get through to you if you're on a different frequency. That's what I was talking about, the ABC and the CBS. If you've decided you want something, it's been created, but it can't get through to you on the material plane because you're focusing on your lack of it, or you're focusing on what you don't have. So it's really important to focus on the good things in your life.
So you're saying that we have to do our part. Is that what you're saying?
Well,
that
we have to do the part to get rid of the blocks. I think the universe is always looking for people to work with. The universe wants to work with us. It wants to guide us. It wants to bless us. It is constantly wanting to do that. But we put up blocks with our negative ideas and our beliefs about this is the way it is. Anything we believe to be an absolute fact that may not be an absolute fact. I mean, once you decide this is the way something is, then you've really cemented that reality into your consciousness. So you have to open up to realize there are so many other options. There are so many other possibilities than the one you're currently seeing.
Okay, that makes sense. And what does success look like to you?
What does success look like to me? Well, I think being able to give of your gifts is a success. You know, if you're able to, I think all of us are called to do something really beautiful with our lives. And I think a lot of people get so wrapped up in following the rules that they forget to follow that thing that really makes them come alive. I always say, follow your beeps, you know, your heart, follow that thing that's calling to you. And I think anybody that does that, that truly is marching towards that thing that's calling to them, that's meaningful for them, I think that is what the success is.
No, I mean, what does success look like to you? I mean, I know it's for the audience too, and I hear what you're saying, because we're trapped by this society ideas of way how we should be doing, and so many of us are stuck inside. So, I mean, but what success does look like to you, though?
Well, I feel that I'm successful in that I get to do what I love to do. I mean, that's how I make a living. That's how I live. I get to follow my dream, which is to be a writer. I love to write. And so I've been successful in the sense that I've gotten that opportunity to do what I love to do. So that would be one definition of success. I think, you know, having people in your life, people to love and people that you can love is a really important measure of success. So there's a lot of different measures of success. I think being joyful and really learning to enjoy life is being a success.
Okay, I like that answer. I really do. Where can we find you? Where can really get to know you and your social media sites?
Yeah. Well, if you know my name, it's Pam Grout, Pamgrout. Then I have a website, pamgrout.com. I'm at Pam Grout on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. So anybody that knows my name can find out about me. My books are available pretty much anywhere books are sold. So I'm pretty easy to find. If you know my name, you can find me.
Yep. And thank you for writing this book, because this book is amazing. And thank you for writing this book also. I'm so grateful for you.
Well, thank you for reading them. I'm grateful for you too.
Well, okay, guys. Subscribe to my channel, like my video, and I'll see you next time.